What the fuck was that?
Dude, oh my God.
Robots have taken over the podcast. We have kicked them out now. We have thrown them into the garbage pile, and we are back, I think.
I don't know. I wonder if we sound different still, or do we still sound the same?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm hoping that we're back to normal. So
welcome back, friends, to the Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Welcome back.
This is the robot special, where it's all about the robots all day long here. We got some awesome robot stories for you. Why don't you tell them about it, Ray?
Yeah. So you should also probably tell them what time it is.
Oh, it's Vader time. I mean, no. It's time to go to work.
Okay.
Jerk of All Trades podcast, number 27 for you.
Okay. Yeah, in case they could not hear the robot versions of us. So, anyway, we got a diverse set of topics today. We've got killer sex robots. We've got super strong robots. We've got Buddhist monk robots. We've got hamburger flipping robots. We got a lot of goddamn robots. Wow. So there is actually not a lot of diversity, but there really is, because robotics is
I'm looking forward to
changing the game.
Hell
so, yeah. First on a somber note, we have to start with the passing of a legend. Sadly, our wrestling universal call out delivered in a way that we said that we didn't want it to. So, Eddie, I will let you hit this.
Yeah. Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of the all-time greats in the WWF, passed away last week. He was 73 years old, and he'd been battling throat cancer for about 10 or 15 years now. And he was progressively getting worse and worse and worse. But, he fought the fight, man, and he hung tough. He stayed strong all the way through. And any longtime wrestling fan of the 80s wrestling, and from even before then, because he was wrestling back in the 60s and 70s too, will remember Bobby Heenan fondly. I have very fond memories of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Even as a young Mark in the mid to late 80s, I hated all the bad guys, but for some reason, I wasn't never mad at Bobby the Brain Heenan. Called him Weasel and whatnot, but he was the most tolerable out of all the bad guy managers, and the funniest out of all the bad guy managers.
Absolutely.
To where in the early 90s, it was like watching primetime wrestling. If Bobby the Brain wasn't on, wasn't even really interested in watching it. But he was on most of the episodes. Him and Gorilla Monsoon, the best tag team combination, best tag team commentating combination, probably of all time. They were so good together, it's not even funny. It
actually was funny, though.
It was extremely funny. Had they still been around to this day, they probably would have had a podcast together, and it would probably be like one of the most popular wrestling podcasts around. But unfortunately, neither Gorilla or Bobby the Brain are here anymore. But it's extremely sad news. I was a huge Bobby the Brain Heenan fan, and I'm sad that he's gone.
Absolutely, yeah. Like you said, he had been sick for quite a while. I'd seen, pictures, and I'd, seen some footage of him at some different conventions and stuff. And it was definitely sad. He, like you said, he had throat cancer. He had like some sort of surgery, so he actually looked quite a bit different. But yeah, I mean, he fought on for quite a long time, but it was really sad too, because obviously for the Brain, his voice and, his gift of gab was definitely his strong suit. And so it was kind of sad to see him not be able to do that. So I started watching WWF really regularly, right as the Brain exited. So a lot of what I saw on like a regular basis was him in WCW, in which he was phoning in a little bit more there. But obviously, I went back and I watched a lot of the old stuff too, and just saw the brilliance that was Bobby the Brain. So, just what an awesome manager, what an awesome color commentator, quite possibly the best color commentator of all time. And so, definitely sad to see him go, and we will definitely not pick wrestling for the Universal call out ever again.
No, yeah, I read Bobby the Brain's book. I think I still have it. He wrote an autobiography probably about 10 years ago or so. Really good read. It's one of my favorite wrestling books. If you can find it, go pick it up. I can't think of the name right now. It's locked away in a box in a closet somewhere. But he came up in an era of wrestling where you had to defend yourself against the marks in the crowd that would bring weapons and weren't afraid to bum rush the wrestlers in the ring with said weapons. So there was numerous occasions where he had to knock a motherfucker out if he wanted to go home, not go home in the match, but go home, like leave the arena, because he had so much heat with the audience. There was numerous times where he had knives pulled on him and he had to defend himself in a shoot with wrestling fans. So he's a true OG, and I'm glad he got paid. And, he's going to be missed, man. Like Ray said, he was one of the best of all time. He was a great mind, great manager, great promo. It was just, he was truly under the radar for all of entertainment, not just wrestling. But I think he could have been an actor, a comedian.
Oh, no doubt,
because
man.
he was that damn good. Had social media been around back when WWF was at its peak in the mid 80s, Bobby the Brain would have been so popular.
I can't believe that that Bobby the Brain never ventured out either, because yeah, like you said, very, very, very good point. He definitely could have done some like stand-up comedy or that type of thing. So
I don't know. Maybe that wrestling money was just so good that
yeah,
he didn't have to, because he was getting that good WWF money, in the late 80s, or when they were just, Vince was raking it in, selling out house shows with 25,000 people every night. And then he went to WCW and got that Ted Turner money. So
yeah, where he kind of could just,
he only had to work 2 days a week. So, so why do anything else, I guess?
Yeah. I don't even know if he was on Thunder. So he maybe only worked 1 day a week.
Yeah. He had a nice gig there. So RIP Bobby the Brain.
Absolutely.
One of Eddie the Jerk's all time favorites. This isn't, I don't throw praise around lightly, but Bobby the Brain was the best. And, that's really all I have to say about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, sadly, like I said, we determined that we probably shouldn't pick wrestling, because of that, reason.
I had a bad feeling.
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling. I was just like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so we won't do that again. So we do have one other story. Actually, we were just gonna have the Brain section for a wrestling universal call out, but just real quick, I wanted to cover. So last week, when I was putting together the post for the website, so what I've been doing for the following week's episode, I've been doing like a preview, basically, in which I have a picture related to the universal call out for the week. And because it was wrestling, because it was robots, I was looking for a picture that kind of combined those two things. So I looked up robot wrestler, and I happened upon a picture of Mr. Max Moon, who was played by Conan, Arriba La Raza, Orale.
Yeah, all day, every day.
All day, every day, from the Lucha Libre to the WCW.
Yes. I was going to say he was real big in Mexico and made his way to WCW after that.
Yeah. So anyway, I was looking for that picture. I ended up going with a different wrestling robot, Shockwave, who later on in the podcast, we are going to commentate a matchup by Shockwave, the Japanese robot wrestler.
He's not related to the Shockmaster, right?
I don't think so. It's a possibility.
Was the Shockmaster supposed to be a robot?
No, I don't think so.
Because he had like a helmet thing, and then he had that voice. He had that like...
He had the Stormtrooper helmet that they spray painted with glitter paint.
What was he supposed to be, an alien?
I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
the
well,
shot. I mean, that was WCW in the early
I don't think
'90s. None of that made
I don't
sense.
think that's ever been explained. What was the whole Shockmaster purpose, or
I
like
don't
where was
think
he
there
coming
really
from?
was any real purpose to it. I guess I want to know what was going to happen when he actually went to wrestle. I mean, he had to take the helmet off, right?
Yeah, he
So,
couldn't just wrestle with the helmet on.
oh man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he became so much more famous, though. I actually saw that they made an action figure of the Shockmaster, and it's in the package upside down.
Oh, nice.
That came out pretty
That's a nice
recently.
touch. I like that.
Yeah, I think they had it at Comic-Con. So anyway, so I didn't go with Max Moon. And anyway, a couple days ago, I saw that a story just came out. It's an interview with Conan. He had a media press conference for Global Force Wrestling, and he was asked about what his heat was with Vince McMahon and the Max Moon character, and he kind of talked a little bit about it. So I thought this was pretty interesting. So basically, he came up with the idea for a cyborg for the future with this big, elaborate, ridiculous costume. And Vince agreed to it, and he purchased the suit for him. It cost $13,000 to make this thing.
Ooh.
It's a lot of cheddar, man. That's a lot of cheddar.
I told you Vince was making that money.
So anyway, he had met him. He saw him in Japan. He told him about the idea that he saw in Japan for an animated robot, and Vince was all about it. And so, anyway, Vince started building the costume, and Conan was flying in from Mexico, and they were kind of, building the costume from there. But at the same time, in Mexico, Conan's popularity started blowing up. He was on a soap opera, and then he also had a rap record that came out around that time as well. So he kind of crossed into the mainstream. So Conan says, so when I went to TV, I was like, bro, I'm the man in Mexico. Why am I coming to WWF? So I stopped going. As expected, not showing up to events had a negative impact on Conan's relationship with McMahon, who had done a lot financially to create this thing. And eventually they gave the character to this dude, Paul Diamond, but it was abandoned pretty goddamn quickly. And so it says Paul Diamond told Vince he could fit in the outfit, and he could, so they gave him the persona. From then, supposedly, he had this incredible heat. But when I've seen Vince backstage, it's been, hey, what's up, Conan? Blah, 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 blah. It's actually interesting that section right there. So I wonder if Vince actually hated Paul Diamond because he didn't realize it was a different guy. Like, he was just like, you motherfucker. How dare you try to fucking leave out, your bitch ass is back here. And like, then he squashed the character, and Paul Diamond's like, I'm not Conan.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Pretty much probably didn't have a clue, if I had to guess.
So anyway, I thought that was interesting that we kind of hear this story. I'd actually never heard that story before about Max Moon and what exactly the whole story with that was. So
yeah, I remember Max Moon when I was a kid. He was around for a bit, and then he was gone. And then he came back for like a show or two, and then he was gone again. So Conan, I'm a fan of Conan. I like to think that he keeps it real for the most part. I don't listen to his podcast. Doesn't he have a podcast?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good.
It's one of the better wrestling podcasts. Probably.
Yeah, for sure. I've listened to it a few times. So
I would be interested to hear more about it, but that is funny that a robot wrestler named Max Moon was a story came out this week when the Universal Callout was wrestling and the week of the robot special.
Yeah.
Jerk of all trades.
So Max Moon, actually, I'm looking at pictures of him online. He actually had a whole additional costume thing. It's like this big fucking like mecha robot costume. Did he ever actually wear that when he came out? It's like a big blue, like it's
blue and pink.
No, that's the actual costume part. There's actually a
like the dressing.
Yeah, there's like a whole additional thing.
Yeah, he wore all that shit. It was a pain in the ass because it took him like a minute to, like once he got in the ring to take all of his shit off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna have to watch some Max Moon matches maybe.
It's weird now because had this happened in this current stage of pro wrestling with Brock Lesnar being able to wear a sponsor on his shorts and wrestlers being able to branch out more. If this would have happened still with Conan or Max Moon in this day and age. But in the 90s, if you were on a soap opera, Your ass is getting fired.
For sure.
Oh,
Dude,
fuck.
so actually that's funny that you say Brock Lesnar, because actually go and look up Max Moon real quick here.
All right.
He actually, Paul Diamond actually looks quite a bit like Brock Lesnar in the face.
No way.
Yes, actually go to the fourth row down to the picture all the way to the right, and it looks like an old ass fucking Brock Lesnar. And then if you go down one more from that, yeah, he actually kind of looks
On
like
the fourth row?
yeah, go to the fourth row down. One, two,
Okay.
3, 4.
And
That
then,
the
oh
old,
my God.
yeah. And then
it does look like
and then
Brock
go
Lesnar.
and then yeah, go to the like the picture.
Oh my God.
Go to the picture next to it.
Are we sure that's not Brock Lesnar's dad?
Seriously, doesn't that look like Brock Lesnar in the face a lot?
It looks like Brock Lesnar put on the Max Moon fucking costume like after like
Go 4 more
6 months of not working out.
Go 4 more rows down, and then go to the picture second to the right, next to the Conan in the costume thing. There's a guy laying on the ground. Now look at that picture. Look at his face.
Wait, 4 more rows down.
From that one. It's the fourth
1,
picture
2.
over.
I got some cartoon drawing. It's not
No, maybe one more down.
more
from
down. I got Shawn Michaels kicking his ass.
that. Maybe that's not it. Anyway.
We might have different search results. But he
Oh,
definitely does look like
Yeah,
fucking Brock Lesnar.
he really does look like Brock Lesnar. I have a particular picture I'm looking at that I'm like, God damn, that looks like Brock Lesnar a lot.
It looks like he went on the post WWF gimmick tour on the Indies there.
Yeah. So
Oh, there's the Roman candles I was telling you about.
yeah.
Remember the Roman Oh, that's Conan for sure.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So anyway, yeah.
Crazy.
There it is.
There it is. So, a little sad stuff, a little interesting stuff from the Universal Callout this week. No easy transitions here. Let's just kick off this robot special.
Yes.
Hopefully we can get a few laughs and learn some cool stuff along the way. Our first robot story is actually about a handful of robot stories here. And it is our sex robot section.
Oh my God.
We got to keep it real. Jerk of All Trades podcast. We always talk about that blowjob robot. We always talk about some sex robots. We're, we our finger is on the robot sex pulse up in here.
It's not in it. It's on it.
And we are at a rapid 90 beats per minute, and we are all up in there.
Yeah, this I might actually be at like 110 now.
Cool.
After that intro. So
hell yeah.
All right, so starting off this section, let's talk about, there is a documentary that we actually watched a trailer of. I think it was our first video corner.
Yes, it might have been the first video on the video corner.
I think it was. It was My Sex Robot. And so I actually was on Netflix, and I happened to see that, it was actually on Netflix. And so I decided that we should both watch it and then give our reviews of it. So Eddie, why don't you kick it off? Why don't you tell them some of your thoughts and such on My Sex Robot?
It wasn't too long, 46 minutes. So if you want to check it out, it's not horrendously long. It's a documentary style movie. Ultimately, I gave it a thumbs down.
You give it a thumbs down?
Because like, that box that pops up.
You didn't want more suggestions?
Yeah, I was
based on
just
that?
it was for the show. It was for the podcast. So, but it was pretty interesting how they covered a wide range of sex robots.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be like one guy and his sex robot, but it was more about the sex robot industry and people who
where it is now and where it's going to go.
There's actually people who seek out these sex robots. Like their fetish is to fuck a robot that looks
multiple
like a human.
dudes.
And there's actually a guy that's trying to make his girlfriend become a cyborg-esque type of
that
robot.
was definitely weird. I'll tell you what, there was a lot of cringing going on by me while watching this thing.
Oh, definitely.
But I will say that they really gave you a good idea of why someone would be seeking this out. You had the one guy who was just like, he had been into it since he was a little kid, and he was telling his friends about it. And then you had the guy who basically, you could kind of tell his deal was that he had been broken up with and rejected by multiple women. And so he really got into the robot thing because he could be more dominant in that. I think that's a big thing with this too, is really the dominance factor, In
Yeah,
a
big
relationship, you know, obviously it's a give and take. And when it comes to a robot, it's obviously just a give. You know, they can, you know, make all of your desires come true, whatever. And so, but as you watch it, you can tell that we're definitely not to that point yet. So
Yeah, it's still a work in progress. A lot of these guys, you can tell kind of just by looking at them that they would be into such a thing.
that was pretty goddamn judgmental, man.
Yeah, it is, but it's kind of accurate. These guys, you know, like they've been bullied growing up, and
I don't think they ever covered that.
I don't know, wasn't that half Asian guy bullied?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't.
He was recalling stories
Oh.
about how like other kids bullied him, and when he was a younger kid
Mm.
for being multi.
Oh yeah,
ethnicity.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
you know, you get these guys, these loner kind of guys that probably have a hard time speaking to girls, regular girls, not like sex robot girls, because in 15 years it's going to be like,
Oh,
you can't call a sex robot a sex robot anymore. It has to be called, Robot X or whatever. It's going to have it's going to have a term for
Samantha.
it. Yeah. So,
Call it in its name.
the whole fucking a robot thing isn't for me. I like to have a little bit more, like you said, give and take in the bedroom. I like to have a little bit of fun, and just me on top of some fucking robot vagina with zero interaction whatsoever is not a good time for me.
It might be. You never know.
I don't know. I thought about it, and it didn't appeal to me.
Even the one robot, the one robot enthusiast, when he goes to see the one sex robot and they ask him, like, would he have sex with it? And he has to, like, mull it over for, like, 10 seconds, and then he can't give a definitive answer on it.
There was the same guy, he saw a sex robot, and he was like, man, that robot sucked. So if you're making a sex robot, and the guy that actually loves fucking sex robots is like, dude,
it's ugly in the face.
What is this trash?
Oh, my God,
I'm not
dude.
gonna fuck this thing. You made a shitty fucking sex robot.
Dude, here's my favorite things in the movie. So first thing, this is just an observation that I want to point out. The one guy who's like the really big robot enthusiast, probably I guess what you consider to be the main robot enthusiast dude. He has an Intercontinental title replica belt hanging on his wall. Did you notice that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, actually, when he's by his computer, there's
Was it the 80s version?
Yeah,
was
it
like
was.
the rock version?
No, it was the old school one with the original like WWF block logo on it.
Nice.
It was hanging right next to his head. So I thought that was an interesting little connection between the Universal call out and the robot thing. So
a lot of connections going on there.
So, but my two favorite things out of this movie for sure definitely are, number one, the guy who is creating the sex robot who's really ugly in the face, and it becomes a big deal, and he's going to be bringing it to the AVN Awards. And so, first off, he's like really, multiple people are talking about this thing and like how ugly it is, and then he had to like cover it up. So anyway, he's unveiling it, and so he was about to be late. And then they had to carry it in, and basically, first off, it looks like absolute dog shit. It looks so terrible. It's basically just a fucking doll. It doesn't move at all. It's just a doll. And then when you touch its hand or whatever, there's a tape recorder that goes off that says something to the effect of like, ooh, thanks for touching my hand. And so the one sex robot enthusiast is like just absolutely just mortified by this whole thing.
Well, I thought something funny about that guy was like he kept fucking with the head, and I guess his wife or his girlfriend or his daughter, maybe, I don't know who the fuck that was like, stop messing with the hair. I'm not going to keep fixing the hair again.
Oh my God, I didn't hear that.
On the sex robot.
My favorite part of that was that he was sweating fucking bullets, dude.
Profusely?
Sweating fucking bullets like fucking Dave Mustaine. It was ridiculous. He was so goddamn nervous at every single moment. He looked like Brock Lesnar. It was fucking out of control.
My favorite part of the sex robot movie was when they had, it was in that guy's garage or whatever.
Oh my,
that shack.
Yours is gonna be my part too.
Yeah, where they got the male and female versions fucking each other.
In the head.
And they're just clanging heads together like they're two mongoloids, just clonk, clonk, clonk.
The skin. So at least for this dude, so like I love this dude. So basically what he did is that he was in the construction industry and he saw that the construction industry was going down. And so he had a meeting and he said, we need to diversify. And one of his employees said something to the effect of like, well, what you need is you need someone to do the dishes and you need someone to do sexual favors. And he was like, well, they already have a dishwasher. So I guess I'm making a sex robot. And so he's making these sex robots, and I will give him credit. At least his sex robots do actually move as a robot, but they are also horrifying.
You could tell his shit was a little more advanced.
It was definitely advanced, but the skin, man, the skin, like the necks, even the other guy commented on it, even though he was actually he was much more impressed with it.
Well, they got the pelvic action in these ones.
Yeah, they have the pelvic action.
A little more human that way.
Right. I did like that the male does wear a bandana as well.
Nice.
So wears a little white bandana. Yeah. Oh, my other favorite moment too was when he asked the guy if he wanted to make a porno, and he thought that he was talking about him having sex with the robot, but he was like, "No, not with you." He's like, "They don't need you." And then they set them on top of each other on a blanket out in the yard. And that's where you get to see their heads fucking clanging together.
Oh, God, so that was hilarious.
That was so funny, dude. I was laughing at a lot of this shit, but I will say that it was interesting, and it really did talk about a lot of the reasons why certain people would be inclined to be interested in something like this. So I thought it was a really well done documentary, and I thought it was pretty goddamn funny as well. So I gave it a thumbs up. So I enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, not for me, but it wasn't bad.
So yeah,
I was expecting way worse.
Yeah, my sex robot. It's on Netflix, so if you guys want to check it out, definitely head on over to Netflix and give it a little go.
Oh. There you go.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
Yes.
Sex robot hackers.
Ooh, this is definitely fun. According
to cybersecurity scientist Dr. Nick Patterson, we are in a danger of these newly developed sex robots being used to physically hurt people, maybe even kill people. So basically, these sex robots that you were seeing on the documentary are going to have some type of OS implanted as a brain type of thing. And if hackers can hack into the OS, they can start controlling the movements.
Which they will easily be able to do, because apparently the OS in most of these things is very, very basic. It's a lot less advanced than even your cell phone is. And so, yeah, they can easily, with the one thing that I thought was interesting. Let me find it here. Okay. Tech expert from Australia's Deakin University said hackers can hack into a robot or a robotic device and have full control of the connections, arms, legs, and other attached tools like knives or welding devices.
But what is your sex robot doing holding a fucking knife to begin with?
Hey, why is your sex robot welding things? What the fuck are you doing with your sex robot?
That's fucking crazy.
Oh man, I get a sex robot and then I just like make it do things around the house. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like fix my back quarter panel. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing, dude? Oh my God.
Too funny. Yeah, you gotta keep your pimp hand strong on that one.
Yeah. This is definitely an interesting aspect of this whole thing that I did not think about. And I'm sure as we move into the future, we're definitely going to see more of this happening. So actually, they have a picture in the article of Ex Machina. Have you watched Ex Machina before, Eddie?
No, it was recommended to me by a mutual friend of ours, but I never got around to watching it.
Yeah, you should check it out, man.
I heard it's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good. One of the dudes from one of the episodes of Black Mirror is actually in it.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, and the dude from Drive, the
Gosling,
her husband,
the guy that gets killed.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the main dude in it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. And so, yeah, she's kind of a killer robot as well. So, for good reason.
Cool.
So, anyway. Next up we have the sex robot inventor outburst. This is from the UK. I don't know. I noticed this, and maybe did you notice this as well? There was a lot of this stuff from the UK.
I didn't notice that.
Is this like a big thing over in
I have no idea.
jolly old England?
That kind of went under my radar there.
That was the worst British accent ever. So actually, this sex robot actually looks quite a bit better than the other one.
Would you fuck this one?
Probably not, but it looks better. It definitely looks better than the other.
You're gonna hurt her feelings.
I don't think she has feelings right now. But yeah, her name is Samantha. So anyway, they were on a British show called The Morning, and this dude was there with it. And I guess it had an outburst in which it said, wait, what, where is it? Let's find what the hell it said.
Well, they were talking to this guy because he's letting his kids play with this fucking doll.
Yeah, it's got a family mode on this thing.
When it's in quote unquote family mode, which is weird. And apparently he's been using it with his wife to have threesomes.
Interesting.
So sex robots, not only for the men.
Yeah.
Not only for the men.
Yeah. It's keeping their relationship together. He sold 30 of these things already. Why can I not find what this thing actually said? God damn it. Eddie, do you have what this thing actually said?
No, I couldn't. I never found anything about what the robot said.
It said something to the effect of, I
remember, are you thinking of the Resistance?
No, it says, I can take many times much more love, was what it said.
It said that on the show?
It said that on the show.
Oh, wow.
I can take, here we go. I can take many.
She's bragging about how much dick she can take.
I can take many times much more love just because you can give it, and I take it all.
Oh, I wonder how the wife feels about that.
Oh my God. And the funny thing,
I know you programmed her to say that.
I mean, he's the inventor as well, but one of our robot stories later on, actually, they kind of talk about how it tailors itself to you. So, I mean, this dude, yeah, I mean, they kind of twist this.
What's the fun of having a blowjob robot if you can't program it to talk some shit about how she can take all fucking 8 inches of your dong without even fucking flinching?
Yeah, and she really can't flinch because they haven't programmed her to flinch.
Yeah,
she doesn't have.
Could you imagine? Like, people are like, "Oh, it's not realistic enough," so they have to start like programming these things to like start biting your dick on accident and shit. Like, who the fuck wants that?
Oh my God!
You know it's coming. Like a year from now, there's gonna be a story. It's like these blowjob robots are too robot-like. We gotta put real teeth in them and fucking,
that's like the shitty robot
gags.
That we talked about. The shitty robot who makes it look like you're having an affair and stuff.
You know they're gonna have a robot that's gonna fucking puke on you one day.
Yeah. I will definitely say that this sex robot is actually quite a bit more attractive than the other one.
Ray's catching feelings.
I know. I'm kind of attracted.
If you go AWOL, the sex robot, and you're found in the UK for unknown reasons, I think we'll know why.
So
if you got $4,000,
$4,000
it's all yours, costs, buddy.
So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be buying this thing anytime soon. So
they've already sold 30 of them.
Yeah, they've sold 30 of them. So yeah, I don't think I'll be on the agenda for purchasing this thing anytime soon. So
cool.
Oh well. So yeah, actually, the next story. This is actually, I believe this to be the same dude.
I think it is too. Yeah.
This is the same dude,
the same robot
from the My Sex Robot documentary, because it's called Roxy. Because that was the name of the robot in that as well.
Frigid Farah.
And it looks like it too.
Yeah.
Frigid Farah. So basically, this sex robot, which I don't know if it's advanced since that documentary, and I would certainly hope so, because it didn't really fucking do jack shit. Actually, in the documentary, it just like opened its eyes and lips, and it was horrifying. He made sure to let you know how much time went into making that happen, and I was thinking like, man, can you get a chick to like do the makeup for this thing too, because it ain't looking good.
Yeah,
it ain't looking good. So anyway, this thing, it has a bunch of different personalities that you can basically, choose from. And one of them that's really catching fire is called Frigid Farah. And so what they're saying, they're calling it a resistance setting, and they're saying that it allows men to simulate rape. So what do you think? Do you think that's kind of what this thing is, or?
Well, looking into it, it says the American manufacturer has advertised the character as being reserved and shy and told customers if touched in a private area, more than likely she will not be too appreciative of your advance. Basically, you got schmooze the frigid pharaoh sex robot a
You got to
little
take
bit
her out to
more.
a nice
You
nice
can't,
dinner and a movie, and
yeah, you can't just dive right in there.
don't dive headfirst into that robot punani.
No, you can't just dive on in there. She'll get pissed and try to
She
get you,
might piss on
get you
you.
for sex robot rape or something. But it says that you if you like caress her and like take your time and engage with this personality of Frigid Farah, she'll open up for you. Wink, wink. And you'll be able to get your money's worth out of this
Zing.
stupid sex robot.
I mean, that really. I mean, it kind of
That's a
sucks.
lot
If you
of work.
I
If
feel,
I'm gonna do all this, why don't I just get a regular chick?
right. I feel like if I'm getting a sex robot, like I'm not trying to spend all this time schmoozing her and stuff. Like that's just kind of ridiculous. So
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
yeah. So the dude says, for instance, you would not immediately passionately kiss a person that you just met on a first date. Likewise, Frigid Pharaoh will also tell you she just met you if you try to move too quickly on her. So, opponents are saying that this is encouraging rapists to find a safe outlet, and we shouldn't facilitate murderers either by giving them realistic blood spurting dummies to stab. So, I mean, you could just buy a blood spurting dummy, right? I mean, just regular dummy.
Yeah,
Put some blood packets in it, some ketchup.
I
or
never thought
something.
about that. Yeah, that's interesting.
So I don't know. I think that this is another thing. Honestly, I think that they're kind of twisting this a little bit. I don't think that that's
Well,
exactly what
they don't
this
have it's they're clickbaiting. They're trying to get people to click on the story on their website.
for sure, for sure.
Because I noticed that with a lot of these stories that uh, they lead you in one direction, and then when you get to start reading it, it goes in a different direction. So I don't think people are raping sex robots, but that's what they want you to believe.
Yeah, yeah. Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe the hype.
So Ray, have you heard about the new robot with 3D muscle development? Good luck raping those motherfuckers.
No chance, dude. Tell me about it.
Right, we got 3D muscle printing, and these robots are going to set new weightlifting records, brother. 3D printing to make fake muscle fibers that's 15 times stronger than human tissue. The device, described as a soft actuator, was able to lift 1,000 times its own weight. It can push, pull, bend, twist, and lift weight. It's the closest artificial material equivalent we have to a natural muscle. So basically, they're making these new robots. They claim to be Terminator robots, but I don't understand the whole Terminator.
Yeah, I don't
thing
know
behind
because
it.
it's like really strong. I think.
Yeah, but I'm still not afraid of these things. But 15 times stronger than human tissue. That ain't nothing to sniff at. And if they can make these robots build new pyramids, that'd be pretty cool, or have them build buildings or make use out of all that 15 times stronger, because what are you going to do with a robot that's 15 times stronger than a human? I don't know, other than have him go to the gym and set weightlifting records. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the big thing too is how you integrate this with, humans, right? So, you would be able to hopefully
Jack your car up.
no, you'd be able to
Just
use
lift my car.
you'd be able to use
Gotta change my oil.
you'd be able to use this, for humans, hopefully use this, tissue or whatever for humans, I would
3D
think.
muscle printing.
Yeah, yeah, right?
Yeah, fake muscles. I mean, it's possible.
Make people really strong and shit.
That'd be crazy.
So,
Could you imagine people having this in their bodies and then like fighting in the UFC? And then somebody dies because they got punched by somebody.
I mean, it's
all the murder.
15 times stronger than you.
You're just going to be punching holes in people's faces.
I mean, let's be honest here, man. They're definitely, I'm sure that that's the eventual goal with this stuff too, is to be able to use this in a human.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this would be another thing that I'd definitely be down for. It'd be a little expensive probably, but
yeah. I mean, I'd be cool with them putting this stuff inside of me. Might actually finally have a six pack and not just, on the beer episode.
It's possible. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Not sure how that works.
I mean, I think at this point, I think that it's not really, they're not ready to be able to utilize that. Obviously, there's a lot of other questions when it comes to putting something inside of someone's body. So, yeah, I don't think we're ready to do that yet, but it'll be interesting when we basically can create superhumans, cyborgs and shit.
Half man, half amazing.
Yeah. Definitely, I enjoyed that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie back in the day, Cyborg. It was pretty fun. So
cool.
Anyway, so yeah, so with all that robot fun, we definitely have a lot more lined up for you guys after the break. But wanted to have Eddie hit social media for us, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have more fun robot stories and our video corner, which is going to be filled with robot videos, us commentating a match by the Japanese robot wrestler Shockwave. So, Eddie, why don't you hit him up?
Shockwave,
hit him
not
up
the
with some
Shockmaster.
social media. No, not to be confused.
All right. Yeah, we're just getting started here. You guys know what time it is. Join us at joatpodcast.com for weekly funny picks, show notes, and videos from our video corner every week. Any questions or comments or anything you want to talk about, hit us up at jerkofalltradespodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe to us if you haven't already on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or Google Play. And while you're there, go ahead and leave a comment and a review if you so choose. And subscribe to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/JOAT podcast. And last but not least, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and like us on Facebook. We are active on the social media, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Awesome. All right, let's hit break, and let's hear from Eddie the Jerk and Audible, and then we will be back with more robots, guys. See you on the flip side.
Hey, what's up, guys? Eddie the Jerk here from the Jerk of All Trades podcast, and thank you for hanging out with us. As you guys already know, I've been on this Audible for a while now, and I'm totally digging it. When you use the link audibletrial.com/JOAT podcast, you get a free audiobook when you sign up, a free audiobook every 30 days thereafter, and discounted audiobook pricing as an Audible member. If you already have an Amazon account, it's so easy to sign up. It literally took me like 10 seconds to set everything up. My audiobook of choice this month is Game of Thrones, A Song of Fire and Ice, book number 1. If you haven't seen the show, no big deal. Go ahead and get caught up with this audiobook. And for you fans of Game of Thrones, you already know what time it is. You're going to love this audiobook. Once again, the link is audibletrial.com/JOAT podcast. Go start up your Audible subscription like a king with Audible and the Jerks.
Has the universe ever called out to you? Well, it's calling out to you now, and it demands you listen to the Jerk of All Trades podcast. Every Thursday night, Eddie and Ray tackled the absurdity of this world via a cornucopia of topics ranging from hot-button mainstream news, tech, robotics, progressive medicine, UFC, WWE, and so much more. Jerk of All Trades, changing the world, one podcast at a time. All right, guys, we are back, and we have quite a few more fun robot stories for you. So, leading off the pack, we have the Russian police arrested a fucking robot.
Craziness.
Arrested a robot.
This is the promo bot, right?
This is Promobot IR77, so he cuts the best fucking promos out there. And,
he ain't no Bobby the Brain, but
yeah,
I guess
he's no Bobby the Brain, but he so he was arrested. They actually have it in quotations, so apparently it might have been a misunderstanding. He was making the rounds at a political rally.
That's what they all say.
It's a
misunderstanding. I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh my god, he's like, I got my receipt for this.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy.
So basically he was making the rounds here at this political rally. He was recording voters' opinions about a candidate, and I guess someone saw him and didn't know what the fuck was happening, so they called the police, and the police Removed him from the crowded area. They even tried to handcuff him.
Wow.
Which is ridiculous. I got to see, does he have hands?
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I can't see from the picture. There's a picture on the top of him being arrested, but
man, police brutality against robots.
I know.
Is that going to be a thing in the next 10 years?
That's where he needs his robot lawyer, man.
If a cop can't put the smackdown on a fucking robot, then I don't know what the fuck anymore. Oh,
should we see what Do Not Pay has to say about this?
We can try.
Well, how do we word this?
I'm a robot and I got arrested.
I'm a robot and we'll keep it generic.
I got arrested for
let's keep it generic. Let's see what happens.
Or you could say I don't know, recording as in like,
oh, here we go. I'm a robot and I got arrested. We actually got two different options.
What's up?
Cease and desist to debt collectors. So you can easily send a cease and desist letter to debt collectors who may be pestering you. Send an appeal to refund an item with impractical and unreasonably warranty guidelines. So apparently the robot should have a fucking manufacturer warranty on it, so he shouldn't be able to be arrested.
No. He needs like a document stating that his programmers are full of shit and are the reason why he got arrested.
It was in the warranty, dude.
It's not my fault they programmed me to record these voters. You think I chose to do this? I'm a robot. I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Man, you got to read the whole warranty, fucking Russian police. God damn it. You didn't know what you were getting into when you allowed them to build that fucking robot?
That's crazy. Yeah, and apparently this robot tried to run away from its laboratory. The promo bot got itself in a fair amount of mischief. It's run away from its home laboratory before twice.
In a month.
In a month. The mad run for freedom ended with a battery-drained robot blocking and thickening traffic in the streets.
I've never heard that phrase before. Thickening.
So the robot was smart enough to run away, but it wasn't smart enough to charge its battery before it ran away.
Right. And also it can't run, I'm sure. I think it probably just rolls.
Treadmilled.
Right. It treadmilled and then it got stuck. So.
Johnny number 5.
Yeah. So apparently the thing with them running away, apparently that was called to be a hoax and a publicity stunt. So honestly, it's hard to think that this thing might not also be a publicity stunt, but
it could be. Where was this at? Sweden?
Russia.
Oh, Russia?
Of course it's in Russia, goddammit.
Oh, yeah, Russian police. I read something about Sweden.
All these stories and none of them are happening here, I noticed.
Well, we got those the robots that get bullied in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're beat up. I don't think we had that on the podcast, but I think I sent that to you. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Those goofy little robots getting punked out in
there was that one
Mountain View, California.
The one that killed himself in the fountain.
Oh, you talking about that security robot?
Yeah. Couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, was that in California too?
I think it was the same robot that was getting bullied.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it probably was then. It probably was. Yeah, they got those robots out there in Cali, but not too much in the Midwest or out east.
I'm waiting.
The Silicon Valley, man, they're ahead of the game as far as technology goes.
For sure.
It's like a little mini Japan out there.
Yes, very true. It is much like Japan, and with the transition of the century is Eddie the Jerk. So that being said, let's talk about the Buddhist priest robot in Japan.
Sweet.
Pepper is his name.
Pepper, the Buddhist priest for hire at funerals.
Yes, so he chants sutras in a computerized voice while tapping a drum, and they just had him on display at the Funeral Industry Fair in Tokyo. So, with Japan's population aging and shrinking, many Buddhist priests receive less financial support from their communities, prompting some to find part-time work outside of their temple duties. So, what are we going to do? We're going to steal their fucking job.
Yeah, what little job they had left.
Right. They don't have much work, so let's make a robot and steal that job. What the fuck? Come on, Japan. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, costs less than $450 per funeral, compared to 2,200 for a human priest. It's all about the cost cutting.
Yeah, 450 bucks for this thing. So
You're saving over a G pack for getting that robot in there.
yeah. So it's really actually pretty affordably priced. I assume that's just for him to just do the funeral, right? You don't get him permanently for that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping, because this thing's working at somebody's funeral, that it sounds better than the intro of our show. Because if it's like some garbage mumble jumble like robot talk, I want my money back.
Yeah, so I just thought of something as well. So you've got this robot who's getting paid for being the priest at funerals. So at what point does this robot start killing people so he can do the funeral rites?
Making more money?
Right, I need to make more money, god damn it. So I need to start murdering some fools. And
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know if I trust this guy. I don't know if I trust Pepper. So
great.
Yeah.
Fucking robots, man. Reading funeral rites for the dead. What's next? A fucking hotel completely overrun by robots? Yes, it is.
Probably.
Robot Hotel. Oh my goodness. Is this Japan too, Ray? Osaka and Tokyo.
Yes, this is also Japan.
The 100-room Hanana Hotel, which literally translates to strange hotel.
And it is sort of strange.
Bills itself as the world's first hotel staffed by 140 robots.
And really bizarre ones. Like
my God.
They have a raptor with a bow tie on.
Jesus Christ. The concierge, housekeeping, probably the fucking maintenance guy, all robots all day long. Your room service is probably coming in by a robot.
Yeah, actually it is.
Probably the chef in the restaurant that cooked your food is probably a robot. So it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Actually, it looks like they do the window cleaning. They do the vacuuming. Cloak robot that runs in-house lockers. There's a porter robot that gets your luggage. So yeah, this thing actually opened a couple years ago, and they are actually looking to expand this thing now.
They're making money out there.
Yeah, they want to have 100 of these things within 2018. So
sweet. Tokyo and Osaka doing the damn thing. I don't know how I feel about going to a robot hotel. That's just me, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it might be liberating because, like, obviously there's going to be other humans there. You're going to interact with actual people. It's not just going to be you and a bunch of robots. But, like, don't you think, like, teenagers and, like, kids, like, bad fucking kids would try to, like, vandalize shit? I mean, this is Japan, though. They're a little bit more well-behaved.
Yeah, they're definitely
than us assholes over here in the States.
They're going to be a little bit more respectful of the robots, I think.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. It'd be a little bit strange. Like, I would, like, what's stopping this place from getting robbed, you know?
I mean, I assume they have cameras and stuff and robot security.
Yeah, but banks have cameras and shit, too, but they still get robbed.
Yeah, well, I mean, they also don't have raptors with a beard.
Robot
raptors.
It's the dinosaur robot that's like
he looks a little intimidating, man. I don't know if
you get the raptor robot with the 15 times stronger 3D printed muscles, you might have something there.
Yeah.
It's got the Terminator eyes that can track you down like right away and just eat you.
I'm definitely not fucking with this dude.
Oh hell no, that's fucking crazy.
So unless this next robot is serving veggie burgers, this robot ain't my style, but let's talk about Flippy anyway. So Eddie, Flippy.
You're talking about my robot fast food joint.
Yeah.
Currently employed by Cali Burger. This has got to be California.
I would assume, yeah.
Cali Burger plans to implement, unless this is Japan and they got like a place called Cali Burger. Cali Burger plans to implement them in 50 of its restaurants. Flippy is essentially an industrial robotic arm. The biggest difference is Flippy's hand. The clasping claw has been updated to a classic spinning spatula. So if Flippy can make my burger in less time than, like, you know, I have to even think about how hungry I am waiting for it, I'll be super happy. I don't know. How do you feel about a robot making your burger, Ray? He's
You know,
definitely not going to spit in your shit.
so this is actually interesting because have you seen the documentary Founder yet?
No,
Or not documentary, sorry, the movie Founder.
no, I haven't seen that one either.
So you know what it's about?
No.
It's about Ray Kroc, the guy who that basically took over McDonald's and became the CEO and made a fuck ton of money.
Ray Kroc!
But it's interesting seeing McDonald's in its early form and like kind of, being able to automate a lot of things and do things really efficiently and very quickly. So it kind of seems like this is kind of what they're trying to do here as well. So, just trying to, economy of motion, man. Just trying to, make things go more rapidly and more quickly. And so you got Flippy. Flippy costs $60,000 though, so
Ooh.
there's a little bit of upfront on that.
I believe it's cheaper than a human as well, right?
Yeah, I'm sure eventually. I'm sure people are not making 60K when they're working at the
Oh,
burger
no,
place.
yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah. But they're probably cranking out like 3 burgers in the time it takes to make one or something.
Right. So you would get your return on investment pretty quickly on this thing, I think. So
Man, that's crazy. Well, maybe fucking Flippy can make my fucking cheeseburger look like how they do in the commercials. Because
probably not.
every time you get your damn burger, it's like, the bun's halfway off, the fucking cheese all over the fucking where. It's just a mess. But you know what else would be nice, Ray?
What's up?
If I had a robot to dissect all those bullshit election commercials and just tell me who to vote for.
You don't have to think. You just got a robot. He just tells you who to vote for, and you vote for that person. So he
Crazy.
sees through the fake news. He
Nigel.
sees through the bullshit.
Well, Nigel basically is your proverbial 24/7 robot spy who just intakes all the information around you and spies on you 24/7. And basically,
Where do I sign up?
yeah, sounds great, right? And basically, from the information he receives from you, will tell you who would be the better choice for you on the ballot. But yeah, Nigel, he figures out all your goals and what reality looks like to you. I don't know if you talk to this guy or if you type it into him, but it's constantly assimilating paths for your future. Instead of learning how to perform specific tasks, Nigel will roam free and unsupervised around its users, around your electronic devices, programming itself as it goes. I guess that answers my question. If you are a racist, Nigel will become a racist. And if you are a left-leaning liberal, Nigel will become a left-leaning liberal.
I thought that was like a very questionable statement in this thing. So obviously, I probably fall on the secondary thing, but so they basically had these two really extreme things. They had like either you're a racist or you're a left-leaning liberal.
Yeah.
Like it was like
You
worded.
just can't be a normal, loner sex robot fucker. You
Right,
have to be
yeah.
a KKK or a left-leaner.
Right. So yeah, that was definitely worded in a very interesting way, fake news. But
Call it the way you see it, Ray.
Yeah,
Call it the way you see it. I like it.
so but anyway, yeah, I mean basically
We're the jerk of all trades. We don't back down from no fucking fake news.
Oh.
See, I can't say it no more because everybody's so sensitive. But
Oh man, Chinaman.
that's how I feel.
Fucking Chinaman.
That's how I feel about the fake news.
Yeah, so yeah, basically this thing is going to tailor itself to you. It's going to kind of take in what you think, and then it's going to give you, who they think you should vote for, and hopefully it's going to break down the fake news, supposedly, so to give you, the real news. I'm sure that that's going to work really well, though. That seems relatively questionable. So,
Well, it's kind of interesting how it's a pretty unique idea of having a robot just dissect all the ideas and what each candidate is representing, and without bringing like emotion into it, and just basically pure facts. Which side would be better suited for you? I think that's kind of interesting.
yeah, I mean, I guess it all depends on, I mean, it's still programmed by someone, so it depends on where the facts come from. So,
Yeah, it's very true. But I mean, just like if it gets everything correct, everything is accurate from A to Z,
yeah.
without the emails and the bigotry and all the emotional stuff. Because I can't tell you how many times I heard like I'm not voting for Donald Trump because he's an asshole, or I'm not voting for Hillary Clinton because she's a woman, or just whatever. Like, it's just pure facts.
Were there actually people that were not voting for Hillary Clinton because she was a woman, or was it because she's probably like the least likable person on the face of the planet?
There's a lot of reasons why people didn't vote for her.
Yeah. So, who knows? Who knows? So.
All right, guys. With that said, it's time for everybody's favorite portion of the show, the Jerk of All Trades Video Corner.
All Robot Edition.
All Robot Edition. What do you got for me, Ray?
So the first thing is called Fabulous Weird Trotters.
All right, I'm on Facebook right now, and this looks crazy as hell. Are you all set up?
I'm just waiting for this to allow me to actually watch this fucking thing.
Oh, it's loading.
Okay.
Oh, mine is working. What the
right.
fuck is this? All right, we have 3 mouths. It looks to be female mouths.
Yeah.
Licking each other's faces like the bushwhackers, maybe?
Weird robotic faces.
They're trying to kiss each other. Oh, no!
Oh, shit, they're looking at
turning. All right, well, one's looking like it's going downstairs, so that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Is this in Japan?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't seen this either?
No, I've seen it, but I don't know where this is from.
This is slightly terrifying, and slightly erotic at the same time.
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both? So, okay, so now they've panned out so you can see the wires and the controls. And is that it?
That is it.
That's it.
It's a quick one.
All right. Well, that was wild and crazy. I don't know how to describe that.
Wild and crazy robots.
Yeah, the fucking tongues and the fucking lips and fucking just everything about that was fucking crazy. It scared me a little bit when they turned towards the camera. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa.
Oh, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy. Oh, this is Samantha, dude.
This is Samantha. All right.
This is Samantha.
What's the name of this video? Silicone Samantha?
Yep.
All right.
$100,000 this thing costs.
Oh God. I wonder. I want to email the Bunny Ranch and see like what $100,000 could get me. Like, is that like a yearly pass for like the next 10 years to the Bunny Ranch?
You could probably buy one of the workers there.
No, I don't want to buy them. The whole point of the Bunny Ranch is to go and then leave with no trace of evidence. But 100K.
Wow. They're gonna have a moral code on her.
You could go like twice a week for like 10 years and still have money left over.
There it is, Samantha. She costs $100,000. She's pretty sexy though, so
the eyes aren't as spooky as some of the other ones I've seen, even though they're very big and vibrant. Samantha is somewhat attractive for a sex robot. If they made Samantha into a blowjob robot, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I mean, she can be a blowjob robot though, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if she has the RPMs.
I don't know. We don't get to see her in action in that video.
Yeah,
so.
I think these sex robots are mainly about the downstairs, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But Arlen Robotics had that shit on lockdown, bro. With the air valve.
They really did, and
they were on to something there.
They didn't get funded though, so
it's unfortunate.
It is what it is.
All right, so time for a little wrestling action, huh?
Yes. So
is this the Shockwave?
Shockwave the robot versus Osamu Namaguchi.
Is this big Japan? Is it gonna be an alligator in this bitch?
No, this is 0-1.
It's some piranhas. All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1. I should have changed in the future. Brainbuster!
Little promo video. There's a swing moving on by.
Empty swing. Polluted Japan.
I don't know if that was Japan.
Or probably was China.
There he is on a treadmill.
This is the guy.
Oh my god!
Arm wrestling.
Oh man, he pushed a kid down.
What the hell? He's a heel, huh?
I guess he's
got the fire. He's like Kane's robot brother.
He looks pretty scary. He's got the Terminator music too.
The big silver machine.
I don't know if this is him showing up at the arena or what. Electricity is coming by. There's a truck.
Man, I bet the Grey Muta fucked this guy up.
Oh, that's how he appeared. That's how he appeared. Oh my god.
Oh, he's got a donut in his ass.
Oh my god. This is.
So is this the guy he's wrestling, or is this actually him?
I think this is the guy he's wrestling.
Okay.
Whoa, Shockwave.
He's got the Transformers logo on him.
Shockwave the robot actually has Glenn Danzig's hair, I think.
I can't complain. I do love me some Japanese wrestling, so this will be interesting to see. It doesn't say what year this came out.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when
It
this
got
game was
uploaded
from.
to YouTube in 2007. Man, not quite the packed house that the
No.
Tokyo Dome usually gets for New Japan there. Who's that guy we watched? Well, the American guy that's kicking ass in Japan now. With the long hair, he's in the leather jacket.
Oh,
he had the hour-long match.
damn it! Why can't I think of his name? He's like one of the most popular wrestlers that's not in WWE right now.
Yeah,
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, he's badass as fuck. He packs the fucking house.
This guy's kind of generic looking. He looks like the Ringmaster.
The Ringmaster,
Yeah.
Steve Austin?
Yeah, like looks like the Ringmaster Steve. His tights and stuff.
I think he looks more like Barry Horowitz.
Here's,
you know he's losing this shit if the robot's coming out
Shockwave
next.
the robot's entrance here. I mean, he got a Terminator entrance.
Dynamo.
So
This is the Dynamo promotion.
it's his F1 or 01. I mean,
Oh, 01? This might be
Yeah.
the pay-per-view name then.
Dynamo. I better see a brain buster.
Yes. He's got good entrance music.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
Very Lionheart Chris Jericho-ish
Oh man, he moves
from
slow.
WCW. Oh god, he's got to walk like that the whole way there.
Oh my god, he does look a little bit like Max Moon.
Dude, this guy's making no money off the autograph sessions.
No, he is not.
God damn it.
Oh my god, he's got to walk like a robot. Pretty sure he's got PVC pipes on his arm. Oh, his music is a ripoff of Transformers.
It kind of looks like a chick.
Oh, it's a hood. I was wondering, I thought that was hair. I think it says Decepticon on the back.
This is super interesting, but I kind of hope he gets his ass kicked a little bit.
He's winning this match.
I'm not gonna say he's he's got to take some heat. Just because he stole the Transformers logo and put it on his fucking robot chest.
And put some LED lights around it.
He's got some moves though.
He does.
He's got the robot walk down. He is like seriously pop locking that robot walk all day long.
He is pop locking like a motherfucker right now.
This is a Shockwave.
Oh my
the
god, his
robot
music is
versus
at
Osamu. Is this the soap opera, Japanese soap opera?
possibly. Whoa, those lights are pretty cool. His music actually says more than meets the eye. He's like the Undertaker back in the day, where he's just got to like stay in the character the whole time. You know,
Yeah.
he's got to walk slow and shit like a robot.
He's got to wear that fucking Legion of Doom shoulder pads.
Why would a robot have a robot face over it? Those are definitely
Oh,
PVC
never mind.
pipes.
He took
Those
it off.
those were for sure PVC pipes, bro. Oh my god.
This guy's all of 5'6" tall. If that.
I mean, he basically looks like a silver luchador.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
He looks like when
Alright,
he looks like when Edge and Christian were what were they called?
Flash photography?
No, Lost Matadors or what the fuck?
El
is it?
Conquistadors?
El Conquistadors, but
Yeah,
silver.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. This could have happened before that, too.
Amba! Three-handle Gradunzel.
Armbar. I wonder how many moves this guy can do, this robot. He's got to be programmed to do at least 1,001 moves, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Probably 1,005. Oh, he just made him do the robot. Oh my god. Oh.
Is that called the Shockwave?
Oh,
I wonder
shit.
what his finishing move is called.
I don't know. I'm interested to see though. He's doing a little robot moving on around. after he made him do the robot dance with his arm. Lock up here into
Go
a
behind.
waist lock.
Oh yeah, waist lock.
And
Countered.
Hammer lock by Shockwave and reversed by Japanese dude.
Headlock takedown for
man.
Mr. Namaguchi. Namaguchi's in shape.
Yeah.
He looks good. He's probably wondering why the hell he's got to wrestle this fucking
I mean,
guy.
he had to be in good shape.
Oh,
He's facing a robot. Oh man, he tried to hit him with a
rough
chop.
edit there. He went from a headlock takedown to standing in the middle of the ring. All right, well, no selling. He's just like the Undertaker.
He is identical.
Old school Undertaker.
Yep, he is definitely no selling everything. Got him on the Irish whip.
Oh, he is a luchador.
Oh, robot head scissors.
Nice. He can't capitalize though because he's too slow.
He only moves like a robot
Yeah.
when he's not doing moves. Oh, referee is.
Oh, he moonwalked to
Oh man.
He moonwalked to the center of the ring.
Oh, he's turned off. Oh my god.
His battery died.
Oh fuck. Oh, his battery died. Oh my god. What a heel tactic right there.
Drop toe hold.
That was playing robot right there. Much like playing possum, but not quite.
This is a robotic possum.
He pretended that he was turned off, but he was actually turned on.
Oh, monkey flip out of the corner.
Robot monkey flip. Oh, goes for the cover. Doesn't hook the leg. You think a robot would be programmed to hook the leg?
Yeah. I don't know how Alexandra York would feel about that.
No, definitely not good. Well, this guy's pretty close to gold dust. He's like silver dust, so she might be all right with it.
He does have a little bit of gold.
He really
gold
does look a bit gold dust-esque. Yeah. Oh, try to go for a diving headbutt.
The only thing he was missing was the wig. If he had the wig.
He just tried to do a diving headbutt and he Undertakered on him.
Oh, Frankensteiner.
You call that a Frankensteiner, god damn it.
That is a Frankensteiner.
Oh, sorry. I would like to see Scott Steiner versus this guy. He would Steiner screwdriver him.
Dude, this guy wouldn't stand a chance.
And with
good luck getting Scott Steiner to wrestle in front of 150 people.
He just hit him with a robot leg drop right there. Had a little fancy move before it. And 2 count. No hook of the leg again. I really think a robot would hook the leg every time. Oh, he's going to go for a tombstone, dude. Backslide. Oh. Shockwave. La Maestra Cradle.
La Maestra. You know how long it's been since I've seen a La Maestra Cradle? God, I miss WCW. Yeah.
Oh, going for another backslide.
Oh, reversed.
Flip over.
Body slam. Oh, no. What's that thing called? Michinoku driver?
Michinoku driver.
Oh, it's not a finish.
No.
All right. Well, the robot's got all the.
What is that?
There's a hangman's neck breaker or something?
Yeah, that was a modified neck breaker there. That looked kind of cool.
All right, top rope. Robot on the top rope. 450 robot splash.
Shockwave. The 450.
Oh, he wins.
Shockwave has done it. He has done it. Hit the 450. Won the match.
Wow. You know, he ain't that bad.
No, he's basically a luchador.
He's got to walk around all goofy, but
yeah,
you know, he got the job done.
So there it is. Shockwave the Japanese robot versus Osamu Namaguchi, and Shockwave
Namaguchi-san.
Namaguchi did the JOB, so sorry. So all right, so Inspirobot and then Universal Call Out Topic Generator, and then
we will see you guys next week. So
hope you guys enjoyed the Robot Spectacular.
Inspirobot for the week. I have a couple holding hands looking at each other, and the text says genius is controlling the media. There you have it. May have to post this one on Instagram. I don't know. This is a good one.
You should save it up, man. All right,
genius
here we go.
is controlling the media.
I got an alien. I've got an alien walking down a hallway towards a bright light. It looks basically like if you remember Bret Hart walking down that hallway back in the day. It It looks like that, but it's an
yeah.
alien. It said, "How would things look if celebrities took money from the middle class?"
Well, that's weird.
Not sure what that means.
Yeah,
But
don't they already take money from the middle class?
yeah, I think so.
Or like, if you make a movie and then someone pays to go watch your movie, you're making money off the movie.
Yeah,
Or some shit. I
yeah.
don't know.
Good call. Good call. That's bullshit.
It's random.
Yeah,
That's
it's very
Spyro,
random.
yeah.
It's random. So random
I'll give it a pass.
with the random.
Why don't you hit another one?
Yeah, let's.
We got time?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do another one. Let's see what we got. I've got the Earth, and then it says, "Trust challenges, but prepare for the profound."
Ooh. See, now that was much better. I have a cupped hands with some soil or dirt inside of it. And the text reads, "Try to make it so that a woman climaxes." Very appropriate for the sex robot edition of
Absolutely. Absolutely.
of the JOET podcast. So all right, so
oh my god.
you got another one?
I've got a good one here. An invention doesn't leave you in the end.
Oh.
So if you create a sex robot, it's not going to leave your ass.
No.
But it might.
Yeah.
It might.
If it's one of those Russian sex robots.
Yes, it very well could leave you. So, all right, let's hit the randomizer and then let's hit the road.
Yes.
All right, how many topics this week?
I'll let you choose.
Let's do 10.
All right. Hopefully nothing too crazy.
All right, we got coal, we got shoes, we got bats. Oh no, I
Definitely
ain't
not
doing
bats.
that.
We ain't falling for that again.
We got tennis, we got lighters, we got rabbits, we got cards, we got Native Americans, we got cheese, and we got sugar.
Ooh. What was before Native Americans?
Cards.
What was before that?
Rabbits.
I like rabbits.
You like rabbits?
Yeah,
All right,
that's a safe.
I'm cool with rabbits.
Lighters, you never know, and lighters is the only mildly interesting one out of all that.
I liked Native Americans too, but that might end up with a bunch of Native Americans being killed.
Yeah, that's already happened, so we don't want any more of that.
So I'll take rabbits for the win.
Cool. Rabbits. I used to watch fucking Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny. I love me some goddamn rabbits. Let's do the damn thing for next week. Thank you guys once again for another great show. Hope you enjoyed it. The special edition, Jerk of All Trades.
Robot edition.
Robot podcast. So, hit us up, jerkofalltradespodcast@gmail.com, joatpodcast.com for everything you want and need from the jerks.
Jerk on.
And we'll be back next week.
Yes.
Right, Ray?
Yes, we love you guys.
We love you guys. See you next week.
We are out.